Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator, continuing our start from scratch Elmcreek. This is the original run. I have by now, by the time you're watching this video, started my tribute run on Elmcreek as well. But there was a lot of people that wanted me to continue this series, even if I did it a little bit slower rate, which is kind of the case at the moment. So we are going to keep this series going as much as I can possibly spare, and just see how far we can get with it. But anyway, I actually forgot to go watch the end of the last video to see where I left off at, but we're just gonna look at things real quick and we'll make a quick assessment. Spraying, sowing, we don't really want to do those are too low value. Harvesting for sorghum, we probably do want to do that one. The cultivating ones, 36, 47, 66, 36, 47, 66. I mean, 66 we could do just because it's close. 47 is not too bad. 36 is right there. We might still do those cultivated ones because we do have a really good cultivator right now that we're using on 58. So we might actually do those. I keep hitting the wrong button. Sorry. I'm trying to talk and push buttons at the same time. So we actually might go ahead and do the rest of the cultivating as well if we can. We are done with the sowing though, and we're not going to be doing this other sowing. So we can go ahead and turn the sowing contract in. Collect some money, get a little bit of reimbursement for the seed that we have in there. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and grab... I assume the equipment we have is for 58. I actually don't know. No, because this says lease costs minus 627, so we must have grabbed the equipment from 41. I might just finish the cultivating ones real quick. Well, let's wait till 58 gets done, and we'll make sure it doesn't say lease. Just so that I can know for sure that I have... this equipment is going to be used for that. For some reason, you keep having trouble with this angle over here. So we're just going to scoot you up. It doesn't really matter how straight you are, because we just need to do a couple more passes, and you're going to be done anyway. Well, I'm not entirely sure why you were moved over about a good foot over there. We do need to get our fields fertilized real quick, so let's get you backed up and we'll go ahead and fertilize our fields with our grass on them. While we're letting those other guys finish up. Do we have any loan taken out right now? We do not, so the $34,000 is the amount of money that we have. That's it. Although we do have a lot of potential money because we have a lot of flour sitting in our bread factory, just waiting to become bread. It's going to take a while, but it is going to become bread eventually, and that'll be some decent money there as well. Alright, so let's just get you turned on. Get you cruising along. Let's make sure this is, in fact, giving us credit. Turn off the mulching, please. Oh, it's not. Did we already fertilize today? Oh, no. We must have already fertilized today. That's what I get for not watching my videos. Did we really already fertilize this once today? This grass feels like it's growing pretty good, and... I don't feel like we fertilized, I'll be honest, but... we'll just take it as it is, and we'll... I mean, it's not letting us fertilize more, so we're going to assume that means it is fertilized. Whatever. I'm kind of confused by that, though, because I feel like... we're not going to get our second round of fertilization on it. Oh, well. What else? You're just carrying a bunch of fertilizer. Here is our harvester. We can go ahead and get you driven over to the contract that we want to pick up, which is field 37, which actually is pretty close, is it not? That is going to be the one right down there. Yeah, getting us some more sorghum would be pretty nice to continue to put into our flour mill. Although we do have a lot right now. It's not like it's super critical because of how much we already have, but it doesn't take that long, doesn't cost us that much to do a little bit more here. Poor little harvester, doesn't drive that fast. I'm used to the one we've got. the one we have on our tribute run is pretty nice. Did you finish? Like finish. You did not. You just finished what you were doing at the time. Let's get you going. One more pass here, hopefully. You're very close. I've been having fun with the tribute run. We're doing focusing mainly on cotton, although we're about to do a little bit of soybean soon, if you are keeping up with that one at all. That one's going to be primary. The only crops we're going to be doing on that one is cotton, soybeans, sorghum, and wheat. Because being a tribute run and giving tribute to my grandfather, those are the 4 that he farmed. And contract is finished. We're also doing that for charity, by the way. So anything that we make off that will be going to feed hungry people around the world, which is pretty cool. All right, we're going to collect the money for that. Keep 41 in there. We're going to grab, which one of these is what? 36, 47, 66, 66. That's right, because it's the closest. It's not going to be worth a lot of money, but it is like right there. So we might as well accept you. And we'll actually go ahead and accept the harvesting one as well. We do not need to borrow equipment because we have equipment, although we don't have a trailer right now, do we? Because our trailer has stuff on it. We can always unload the stuff on the trailer, though, so that's okay. Let's get you over to 66 real quick. Will you straighten up for me? There you go. All right, you're good. Let's get you driven over here to this field to get you started on harvesting while I figure out the trailer situation. Did I not grab you? Oh, I didn't actually grab it. Oh, it's because I was going to check to see if we needed the barrel step because of the trailer. We should be able to figure out the trailer because we have the convertible trailer that we can turn into a grain trailer pretty easily. I mean, obviously, at some point, I do want to transition away from contracts. I think the trigger point for transitioning away from contracts will be that we buy a bigger field and be able to use that for, you know, whatever we're going to be doing next, or can continue doing, I should say. Because a bigger field will help us pay for all this, you know, and start making a better profit. All right, get you rolling along. You're doing good. You, again, can't do anything. We've got to get you sorted out so we can, so I will just drop you off down here somewhere. You know what? I'm going to take you to the store. We'll drop you off over by the store. And, convert this trailer over. Any used equipment that we'd care about. It's a nice John Deere. I like the John Deere. Cool auger wagon, but not really a specific use for that right now. I mean, auger wagons are kind of nice to just load up with a whole bunch of seed to be able to carry around to your seeders so that they can, you can refill them as needed. Or fertilizer, things like that. I mean, obviously they work for crops too, but for me, what I would feel like I would use them for would be that type of stuff, because for crops, I mean, why not when I just use a regular trailer for crops? Whereas the auger wagon can actually dump into the other piece of machinery. All right, unload that there. Let's fix my belts. All right, let's get you, we don't have to repair you right now, but we'll customize you. I mean, 8,000 should be fine. I was actually going to cost us money for that. Oh, because we bought the 12,000. Okay. Well, then we'll do the 12,000. It's funny. You think it would, for like this one that's different levels, You think if you bought the 12,000, you could just not put on a set? Like, that should include the 8,000 price. Come on now. It's all good. I get why. They just code it to not mess with that, but it's kind of funny. They're like super glued together, the top two levels. Well, if you put on the top one, you got to put on the middle one. Looks like this crop is going to the farmer's market, or the animals. Which is it? It is farmer's market. Easy enough. We've made that trip way a lot of times. There's our rival bakery in town. It's not a very good bakery. I don't like that one as much. Gotta be finishing field 66 soon. Unless we already finished it and I just didn't see the notice. Which sounds like me. Oh goodness. Is tractor noise too loud? Hopefully not. I mean, it's not super loud for me right now at the moment, so I think it'll be okay for you guys. 40 hours on this tractor. Wow. That is a full week, 8 days, or 8 hours a day. Actually a lot, considering... Although did we buy this tractor used? I can't remember. I think we did buy this one used. Although if we're in the 60s on the number of videos we've done, and approximately 30 minutes per video, that's 30 hours right there, 30 plus hours. So it's possible the 40 hours is from a brand new vehicle. I honestly don't remember if we bought this one new or not. I'm sure you guys remember. Oh, I just realized. I was kind of driving here and I was like, wait a minute, what just popped up? Oh yeah, that must be the Field 66 message. We'll get over there in just a moment. Alright, there we go. You are barely half full. You can stop, my friend. Let's get the money for that real quick. It's not a lot, but it is fine since it was on the way. Grab 36, I think, would be next in the list. Hello, friends. Came to visit you guys. All right, get you cruising along there. What else do we want to do? So price of bread that we're looking for is not going to be till January. We're just now in September, so we got some time for the bread. The price we're looking for is above $1,800, and we are $1,500 is, you know, it's average. So, but we do still definitely have to get it a little bit further up. What else do we want to do? I don't know. I think that's basically it. We got to go check on you. Get you emptied out here in a moment. Sorry about that. Phone's all binging at me. Did not put my notifications on silent. Alright, cool. We're good there. You're still good. Oh, you're about to get stuck. You can make it. You're gonna make it. And after this is done, so where are we at on the calendar? So we did just plant grass last month, right? So we farmed our sorghum, we planted the grass, and so that's why. I guess we have one more cycle, right? Until we can... Is it 2 cycles to harvest or 3 the first time? I honestly don't remember. Guess we'll find out, because I forget. I think it's only 2 cycles once it's already planted. I can't remember if it's 2 cycles also the very first time you plant it. I think it might be as well. Except over the winter time, which is obviously a little bit faster because... Or a little bit slower, I should say. Because it goes to sleep during the winter. Looks like we're probably going to have two trips of the trailer. Alrighty. I feel like there's something else I was gonna do, but my brain is suddenly not working. It's kind of weird. I was fine, and then as I was sitting here, kind of just hit me that, man, it's been a long week. Oh, I was gonna check out that John Deere. That's right. I was gonna kind of look at this a little bit more. So this is 130 to 140 horsepower, and the ones we already have. We've got a 170, which we obviously wouldn't replace that. We've got a 115. We could replace this one. I don't know that it's worth it to pay an extra, 20,000 bucks or so just to get this little tiny one. I think I'm pretty happy with the Fendt, to be perfectly honest. But, yeah, I mean, we own everything, which is, I mean, we've talked about that a few times, but we own everything we have on this map, which is, even though we're not in a great financial situation, the fact that we own everything cannot be overlooked because... that saves us quite a bit of money on the leasing cost of things. Now, arguably, it would be better if we sold a bunch of stuff, bought a bigger field, and then leased items from there. But we're not super far away from being able to buy another field. I'm going to try and turn this off real quick. Apologies. My mistake on leaving my notifications on. I guess my wife is trying to get a hold of me, so I should probably answer her real quick. We'll leave the video running while I'm talking to my wife. There we go. Cool. Gotta be close to filling up the capacity of this trailer, right? Because I think I have the weight limit turned on. I think it's like 80% full or something like that. Or not. Hey, I just turned you down. Did I not hit the right button? I must have turned down something else besides the actual notification settings. Oh, she is blowing up my phone. She really did. I don't know what's going on. Alright, I'm going to take this load here in a second, actually, because it is a good size load, and we'll leave the rest for later. How do I do this? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I think I turned down the media. I'm not listening to music right now. That's not going to help me. All right, I'll get this all the way up here to the farmer's market. As much as I like this map, the one thing I probably would like, I don't know, dislike, but just kind of, you know, a little bit like, oh man, is that the farmer's market is the top left corner of the map. That's okay. We get to take the scenic route. Look at all the pretty grass and the wildflowers. I must not have the weight limiter turned on, or this trailer holds more than I'm giving it credit for. What am I looking for? Is it here? Oh, it is. No, this trailer just holds more. Fair enough. Really should be running the green tractor for stuff like this. It drives a bit faster. Alrighty. Almost there. Yeah, like I said, I really want to get... I mean, that's part of the reason why I wanted to start a new series. Because I wanted a series that kind of took everything we learned, but also just trimmed back a bit on the contracts. Now, we did do a bunch of kind of upfront contracts, but we are in a good spot on that other series to where there's a good chance we won't have to do hardly any contracts anymore, unless it's just really profitable, like it just happens to be cotton as well, or something like that. But on this series, we've been doing a lot of the contracts, and I'm personally not super happy about it, to be perfectly honest. I'd rather be doing stuff on my own fields, but our fields just aren't big enough, and they're just not giving us enough stuff. We need to do contracts right now to make the most of it. But I think our goal right now is to try and save up our money to get a bigger field, and probably the bigger field we get is... where's my map? Where's my map? Where's my map? I mean, we go with something like simple, like 47 here, just to, I mean, that's a pretty big increase over what we've got currently. There are, you know, technically, you know, better fields over here. That one's not too bad, though. We can actually buy that one relatively soon. 50, 51 are really, really good maps, or good farmers or fields as well. 41's a good field. 40's not terrible. It's got all this extra space over here, so the price for it is bad. I mean, it's a good sized field. It's not a good priced field, if that makes sense. I think 47 might be a good buy. Kind of grow just a little bit. We can even go for 48, honestly, if we really just want to get it like real soon. I'm not a huge fan of the shape of 48, but it's functional. We can make it work. I'm kind of leaning more towards 47 though. So 64,000 bucks, we can make that happen. Honestly, we're not that far away from there. And again, the one thing we can do, we can take advantage of on this map that we can't take on advantage of on my other maps, is that on my other maps, I am still leasing most of my equipment, which means I have to set aside and kind of in the back of my mind say, I can't spend, you know, $30,000 of this money because I need that for my yearly expenditures of leasing costs. Whereas on this map, we've released virtually everything. There may be something missing, but I can't remember it. Honestly, we've basically got everything we need. So as soon as we hit like 65,000 bucks, other than the monthly loan costs, we can go ahead and buy stuff like a field or something like that, because our expenditures are just not that high, which is great, which is a really good place to be. So yeah, get another 25,000 bucks. I think we buy that slightly larger field. It's not huge, it's not a major increase, but it's pretty decent dollar per acre. There's the contract finished on 37, just in time. The actual contract's finished, so we can pick whatever kilograms left. We can take that and use it for ourselves, which is awesome. In fact, we can just have the harvester drive back. In fact, I'm just going to have you drive back to over here, so I can go grab the harvester. How are you looking at over here? You are not quite done. Let's get you driving back. Another 4,000 liters. I probably could have done a little bit more. If I'd saved a little bit of the sorghum that was sitting there. But honestly, he just finished. So I actually think we did it almost perfectly. I think the amount of sorghum we dropped off a second ago was about exactly how much we would have needed to drop off anyway. All right, well, I'm going to drive this guy back. We'll let this other guy also finish doing some more cultivating. And I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in the video. But when we come back, our goal, I mean, we're trying to get to 65,000 bucks, you know, around 64 or whatever, and some change, so we can buy us another field and just kind of keep slowly growing ourselves a bit more and more so we can start making more and more profit each year. And that's and do less and less contracts, ideally, is kind of the other side of that thing. So we'll see what we can do. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.